Hello, welcome back. Hope everyone is doing well so far. That was such an important conversation around rethinking our higher education system. And Paul is always an amazing speaker that we have almost every single year. Next up, I'd love to introduce you all to both Gautam Tambay, co-founder and CEO of Springboard, and Greg Fowler, president of the University of Maryland Global Campus. I have them here today because they have a very, very special announcement. I'll kick it off to you all to give this announcement. Tell us a little bit more about the partnership between Springboard and UMGC. What are you all announcing today?
Yeah, well, thank you for having us.
Yeah.
It's great to be here.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we've been working together on something incredibly exciting. Springboard, as some of you may know, is a workforce accelerator. Really, we enable people to break into new careers in new economy fields, things that are in really high demand today, through intensive online mentor-guided programs. And over the last year or thereabouts, we've been thinking about how do we work not just by ourselves, but work in partnership with higher ed. And that's what we're about to announce today.
Yes, that we're going to be sharing a partnership where our students are going to be able to take access to the Springboard experiences, and as a result, have new opportunities to get these experiences out there and learn new things.
Wow, that is amazing. So I would love to hear a little bit more about what kind of courses you guys are offering through this partnership, who the ideal end user is or who they're meant for, and how these courses help students prepare for and land jobs in these in-demand careers.
Yeah.
So I think that one of the things we're really interested in is finding new ways for our students at UMGC to have learning experiences that may not necessarily look like traditional classroom experiences, but also give them the various supports that they need along the way. One of the things that we've discovered over a period of time is that students are successful when they have all the various things about life happening taken care of, as well as the academic elements of it. So we love the fact that Springboard has a mentor program, has a various number of ways to support students, and also has a great career services opportunity for students as they tend to move forward. I don't know, Gautam, if you want to talk about the individual programs that we're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are going to be launching 6 programs in partnership: software engineering, cybersecurity, data analytics, data science, machine learning, and UX design. So really a whole gamut of programs. And really we picked these because these are the industries where the skills gap is very, very large, and they're also just a good fit for the audience that UMGC has been so successfully building. And one thing that I am really excited about is, and when Greg and I first met, our teams had already been working together for some time. And the thing that really struck me in our conversation in Utah last fall was your focus on the adult learner and your deep understanding that the adult learner needs a different kind of service and experience than somebody who is engaged in a full-time 8 to 6 program.
Absolutely, and it's a program that allows, again, for them to be able to engage with the experiences, not necessarily sitting in front of a teacher in a classroom with 20 or 25 other students, but also does give them the types of experiences that do this type of thing. So very excited about being able to say there are different ways and different paths that students are going to be able to take, that we're going to be celebrating and still giving credentials for as we continue to move forward.
That's amazing. And so both of you clear leaders, from the ed tech side, from the higher ed side, leaders and understand the higher ed space very well. From that perspective, I know you just mentioned adult learners, but would love to hear a little bit more about how you guys are seeing adult learner needs evolving, and the ways that you guys individually in your own institutions and companies are evolving to set up to serve these learner needs.
So one of the things that I think we're seeing about adult learners is that they're going to need us to meet them where they are, rather than the types of places where we might think they need to come to us. So trying to find ways to give them accessibility, thinking about various asynchronous experiences, thinking about various ways to partner them with professionals in the field. They aren't necessarily looking for sort of the traditional coming of age experience, dorms, sports, those types of things. But what they are looking for is, can I get those skills? How do I know that those skills have value? How do I know that when I go out into the marketplace, I'm going to be able to demonstrate that? So what we're working on here is exactly that: clearly aligned skills, clearly defined skills that are going to allow those students to be able to say, here's where I'm going to be able to go into the workforce.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And the thing about the adult learner is that when we are delivering an education experience to an adult learner, think about the persona, right? This could be somebody who's working a full-time job. This could be a single mom. So you're competing with childcare. You're competing with another job. You're competing with, and when I say competing, for their time. And so it really matters that you can, like Greg said, fit into their lives.
Yeah.
But also be able to bring them back to the experience, because you know what else you're competing with? It's Netflix.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And so how do you know, at the end of the day, we've got to find ways to motivate people to come back to the experience, and that's something we've been doing for the last 8-9 years at Springboard, and just excited to bring this to a new audience.
And this is certainly the thing that UMGC is interested in. How do we meet the learners where they are?
That's amazing. Well, thank you so much for sharing this announcement with our virtual audience or live audience here. This is amazing to hear, and I'm sure there's going to be lots more updates. I want to transition to spotlighting our next session on the Spotlight channel. It'll be On the Edge, the Future of Teachers and Teaching, which will showcase the deans of Stanford, National University, USC, and ASU's ed schools for a discussion on how our nation's most innovative schools of education are reimagining future of teaching and learning. Thank you. See you later.